Yeah, I think first and foremost, I think Donnie's doing a great job at Stetson. We had practice on Sunday and Monday, and it was our first full practices that we've had since prior to the Florida College game, because we were in Bubbleville and getting ready for games and really couldn't practice hard. And then you have quick turnarounds last week. So I like some of the stuff that we did, especially in the first half. But Stetson's been in a tough spot because they were shut down for a little bit and then just had to play some games. I think they're going to have a really good year, good young team. Fought from tip to the finish, which is a credit to the coaching. I thought in the first half, we started out defensive intensity was really good, which was a point of emphasis. And then the last 10 minutes, I thought we played really well. I was pleased and praised the guys at halftime for the 12 assists on 14 baskets, really shared the ball, moved the ball, and guys were moving off the ball to put themselves in a position. And then unfortunately, we just kind of played in the second half, which is disappointing because it was a 20-minute opportunity for us to get better, for us to continue to build our identity defensively, rebounding-wise, and taking care of the ball and executing on offense. And we just didn't do that. We only had 5 assists in the second half, 9 turnovers, which is too many. Focus just wasn't there. I always say that, you can look at the turnovers and your free throw percentage in terms of some focus. And obviously we didn't have, in the second half, didn't do a very good job in either one of those 2 areas. And then, my biggest concern is for us to get 12 offensive rebounds, but only to have 6 second chance points. We need to be more physical, stronger, be more aggressive when we get the rebound, either score or we got to start working on kicking the ball back out, because there's no sense of working so hard for an offensive rebound and having it just turn into a turnover or a fast break on the other end because we can't finish with strength. So we got some things to work on. We did some good things in the first 20 minutes. I thought David Collins played his most complete game of the season. I thought Caleb had some really good moments, 6 assists, 1 turnover. So your starting backcourt has 10 assists and 4 turnovers. One guy goes 8 for 10. The other one goes 3 for 8. So pretty efficient from the guard spot. But we got to keep getting better, and we got to get better quick because, turn around on Saturday, and then next week it's high-level teams coming our way.
I will start with Russ Wood.
Coach.
Hey, Russ.
How you doing, Coach? In terms of your bench guys, do you feel like you're finding a rotation and that they're figuring out and embracing their roles?
Well, again, you guys know me well enough. I'll be honest. I've been really pleased with 3 or 4 of our guys coming off the bench in the way that they've been playing. And I was really pleased over the last couple of days in terms, but through the whole preseason and so forth. We need those guys to play in games like they have been playing in practice. And we didn't see that tonight. And some of it is a little bit just due to it's their first real impactful game time opportunities. And so they just need to slow down a little bit, let the game come to them when they're open, knock down your shots, defensively play within our system. We had 3 or 4 times where defensively we're gambling, playing for steals, which we don't do, and really put our defense in some scramble situations. But our guys off the bench, I'm comfortable with, but we didn't get a lot today from them, and they know how important they are to what we do and how we play. So we need them to play better, to be honest with you. And I think they know that. I think they were disappointed in their performance a little bit. Again, you can come up with a lot of different reasons, but the biggest thing is, you got to carry over and keep practicing well. And eventually, if you stay true to what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to play better in games.
Will Turner. You look at the assist to field goal makes, you touched on it for a second. It looks like your team is just playing better, more cohesively offensively. And we kind of talked about the whole defensively not communicating. Is this team just kind of taking another step of trying to figure out how to play together?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that, you in our top 6 guys now, 7 guys, you've added, 2 guys that did not practice much with the team because of injury in Lex and Xavier. And then you had Caleb into it, who's our, Chap into it. And so now you got, 3 new guys who haven't practiced much, and Chap didn't play a ton last year and so forth. So we're still finding a way. That's why I was really pleased with the first half with our offensive execution. We have to become a much more physical team on defense in terms of guarding the ball, being in our gaps, and if you're rotating, people got to feel it on the drives. And we, even in the first half, we didn't have that as much. You can't be afraid to sell out and put yourself in a position where you're helping your teammate, even if it means you might get a foul, because we have depth. But what ends up happening sometimes, if you play not to foul, you end up fouling more. Offensively, I was pleased. Like I said, 12 assists in the first half, 14 baskets. But we needed to see that continue in the second half. And, again, overall, 17 assists, 26 baskets is pretty good. But it could have been an astronomical number today if we just did a better job in the second half.
Anything else for Coach? Oh, okay. We got one from Nathan Bond. Go ahead, Nathan.
Coach, looking ahead to LSU, what do you want to see from your team in a response to that second half that was kind of a letdown? What do you want to see from them in practice and going forward into Saturday's game? Well,
we're going to have to do 2 things in particular. One, execution on offense. We got to take care of the basketball. We got to read situations, make good decisions. If we're trapped in the post, we got to be able to kick it out. We can't have multiple turnovers from our post players. In the guards, when they drive, LSU, an SEC team, has great length. They're going to swarm the ball. You got to be able to kick it out and make plays for other people. That's why I was pleased again, with the assist from Caleb and the assist from David. And then, I think, the other thing is, defensively, there comes a point, we're a team defensive program, how we play, but there comes a point where you just got to sit down in the stands and you got to guard one-on-one at times, and if you're always having to get help and rotations and so forth, it puts your defense in a tough spot. Now, we held that team to 8 of 28 from the 3. So for the game, they shot 28%, which is, too high. But all of their threes, other than the last, they hit 2, just heaves, one at the end of the buzzer with about 8 minutes to go, and then the last one. But we showed them on film. Those guys shoot those shots. So we weren't pushed up enough. All of their threes prior to that came off with dribble, drive, and kickouts. And so it's not like they were sprinting off stagger screens or pin downs and the guards were catching shots. It was off of drives where now you got to help, you got to rotate, and now you're in a scramble. And we got to do a better job at the point of guarding the ball one-on-one. The better you can guard the ball one-on-one, the better your team defense is. And we just got we got some guys that got to do a really good job of improving in that.
Will Turner.
Coach, you're 1 win away from 300 for your career. I know that you're probably not thinking about that too much as you go to LSU this weekend, but just what are your overall emotions of being that close to that big of a number?
Well, I've been blessed to coach a lot of good players. I can tell you that, and a lot of players that would sacrifice to do whatever they need to do to help the team win. And I've been blessed with great opportunities in this coaching profession. I've been given a lot more than I've earned when it comes to the coaching, and I haven't really thought about it too much, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to figure out a way for us to guard better and keep executing on offense and get better as a team. But I'm sure it'll hit me whenever it comes. But I've been very fortunate to have great staffs, great support, from 3 really high level programs, and then obviously really, really good players that have bought in, and our team guys, I've been fortunate, we got good. I'm disappointed in how we played the second half. But we got guys that want to do well and want to play well, and we just got to help them get to that point.
All right, Coach. That's everything. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
Coach.
Appreciate it.